Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you are in the world of darkness. This is a scene for Rage Across New York, the Garou venue for Living World of Darkness. Today's scene is a very special scene indeed because we are welcoming a very new player to the world of darkness. And our character, Maeve. As Maeve is not part of Garou society yet, Katie, would you mind taking us through what Katie normally does during her day?
Mabe lives in a somewhat less than properly modern setting, not surrounded by nearly as many electronics as most. Out on more of a farm-style life, she starts and ends her days, for the most part, with chores, finds free time as she's able to linger in the woods about the property. She's often caught doing simple superstitious things like casting spilled salt over her left shoulder, leaving out little bowls of cream for the fairies. But other than spending a good day contributing her part to the family's work and indulging in fairy tales and silly superstitious actions, that's pretty much what she does. She has been raised to druidic tradition, so there are also occasionally rituals to be done and celebrations, but this is not a time of celebration. I believe the last would have been Samhain.
Now, where in the city is her home? Her family's home.
I imagine at best somewhere out on the more outskirts, what's considered a really rural area. I know New York doesn't have much of those, but
there are a couple out on Long Island.
And potentially there?
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't put much thought into it. I don't know the geography of New York, but so well.
There are a couple of rural areas in New York City. Mainly, the first that I can think of is out around Long Island.
Well, then I will totally go for Long Island.
Okay. Now, how does your morning start at all?
An early wake up, a big breakfast, and very possibly first thing off the list is running out to also feed the various livestock.
Okay.
Get right to work type situation.
All right. Right to work. So you're doing chores and all that, and you know, it's around the middle of the morning, early afternoon. When so your father comes up to you and goes, Maeve, I need to run into the city for a moment. Would you like to come with me?
Yes, let me just take the eggs in, and yes, I'd like to go into town.
All right.
Get a new book.
I'll be ready in 30 minutes.
So she'll hurry inside with the basket. Doubtlessly, if any of the hens were low on their normal output of eggs, she blamed pixies or something of the like. And she will run in, rinse them off, put them in the refrigerator, and run upstairs to change to be presentable. And hurriedly grab whatever allowance she's gathered up and head for the car.
All right.
As prancy as you please.
Yeah. Your father's waiting in the car, and you two zoom off to New York City. Um, we'll do the wibbly wobbly, timey wimey ST power that makes time pass very quickly. And you guys are currently within Manhattan. And he will turn to you and he'll say, "Is there any place that you'd like to be dropped off?" And I'll pick you up when I'm done.
If I remember right, there's a bookstore not too far away that should have everything I want to get.
All right. And I suppose you tell him the name, and
She'll tell him the name, and it'll be some sort of little new agey bookstore that has a bunch of, also sells things like various like common as well as like very silly like new age Wicca as opposed to old school druid herbs and crystals and all sorts of silly things like that.
okay. So he'll drop you off there, and he'll say he'll see you in a couple of hours. After he sees you in a couple of hours, after he drives off, you're free to do what you want. So, what do you decide to do?
Oh, I'll go right on in and be very excited because I'm sure I don't go into the city too often. So I save up and run in and look to see what new titles I'm not familiar with, new book bindings that I haven't seen before are on the shelves or on the new releases. Look and see if they've gotten more of more smudge kits, more sage.
Of course, of course. You notice that the it is apart not from being very evening right now. It is like still the afternoon, so there's sun shining in. They have a couple of sun catchers in the window, so there's a whole bunch of scattered rainbows all over the place. And you're looking around. Go ahead. Roll me perception alertness really quick.
All right, let me just figure out how.
You want to add your perception and your alertness together.
Oh, I just don't see the little dice roller app, or I don't know where to find it.
Okay. On the column on the left side of the thing, there is 3 dots and ellipses. Right?
Aha.
Mouse over that, and you'll see dice stream.
Let's see. Oh, is that it there? Aha. Popped right up. All right, perception alertness.
Right, and you want to add them together and press the plus key where the die 10 is until you get the amount that you need.
Alertness one. Okay. Allow. Continue. Aha, here we go. All right, D10. And roll.
All right, let's see what you got here. You have nothing because you got two. You have 2 successes, but you also have 2 ones, so that takes away from your successes.
Yep.
Leaving you with nothing. So you don't hear anything while you're browsing. Is there anything that you're particularly looking at?
Most likely it'll be any fairy tales they happen to have there because I'm sure they carry that, and any news stories are always a pleasant surprise, especially stories about fairies in particular. And then I'm sure she'll grab a bit of this and that from the herbs, and very possibly one of the light catchers, just because she really delights in those, not because she thinks they're magical or anything, but because she enjoys taking them out and hanging them on the trees and enjoying them in her little bits in the woods.
Awesome. While you're browsing, you're over by the books, you happen to come across a first edition of Grimm's Fairy Tales.
It's already in my hands.
It's very old. It's a leather-bound book. When you open it up, you see notations in the margins where it was written on, and notes were made.
While she herself tends to be very careful not to mar her books, she will appreciate this, is especially if after glancing at a few they look like interesting notes.
Mm-hmm.
But she was sold already. The age of the book, the old smell, the delicate paper, first edition. It's already in her hands, and she has every intention of buying it up.
All right.
Takes all of half a moment's thought.
You gather your stuff and you go to the counter, and there's a bright-eyed old man behind the counter, snow white hair, vivid green eyes. That's just smiling at you.
Do I perchance recognize him from previous visits, or is he a new cashier as far as I know? Now, this new could mean several months, but...
This is the gentleman that owns the place.
Oh, well then I will very possibly address him by name and express my pleasure with this new book that he got.
Let's say his name, as you know it, is Mr. Mathis.
Ah.
Maeve, it's always good to see your face. Tell me, have you found everything that you need?
Oh yes, I've been very pleasantly surprised. You never seem to fail me when it comes to having the sage, and always have interesting books, but this is great.
Ah, yes. That particular book, it came in the other day. A young woman dropped it off, said that it was her grandfather's. I found it interesting, so I bought it from her.
I'm surprised that you were willing to let it go at all.
Something like that needs to be shared, not kept. I've read it.
Well, I will enjoy it very much. I'll start reading it on the ride home.
Excellent.
She will pay accordingly, and if the book is any exceptional value, I mean, she'll be more than happy to put another thing or two back to make sure she can afford it.
Okay. We'll say that you have just enough to buy everything that you need.
Fantastic. She'll just be aglow with delight over it, and very possibly, after she's chatted with him for a bit and is waiting for her father to show, be flipping through the pages and just glancing at the notes more so than the actual stories, because they're all stories that by now she probably knows very well, but the notes are new and interesting.
Mm-hmm. They're very odd. Some of them are old journal entries. Give me a intelligence alertness as you're reading these notes. So add your intelligence and your alertness together, and then roll those. Nothing, unfortunately. So, what else do you decide to do while you're reading?
Look, after looking through some of the notes and potentially seeing terms she doesn't recognize, she's not shy at all about coming back to the owner if he doesn't have other customers and striking up a conversation and being like, "Do you know what this means? I've never heard this before," and happily conversing with him about it and having debates because he's probably one of the few people outside of her family who has any understanding of the older tales and older mythologies.
Mr. Mathis takes the book from you and he points out some of the notes and he shows you and he tells you that whoever this woman's grandfather was, he was a very important man. See here, he's talking and he'll point out one of the notes. He's talking about a battle here during World War One.
What story are these notes written in? Any particular one, or on a blank page between chapters?
They're just the blank page between chapters.
World War One in a fairy tale book.
As I said, it was odd, but it's part of the reason why I collect books like this, the stories. I do hope you enjoy it. Go ahead, roll me perception alertness again.
Alrighty. Much better.
Let's see what you got. Oh yeah. From behind you, you hear a whispering giggle.
She'll, of course, glance behind, figuring maybe she missed the bell when someone walked in. She's probably accustomed to hearing it, and, maybe she just kind of phased it out, but she'll take a quick glance around and look puzzled.
There's nobody behind you.
Mr. Mathis, did you hear anything?
No, I didn't hear a word. Is everything okay?
I guess. Probably just letting my imagination run away with me.
Well, I have to go to lunch, so I'm going to have to close up for now.
All right, I'll step outside and wait on the bench for Father to come back.
Good idea. When you go outside and you sit on the bench, you hear that giggle again.
Well, she'll again. Well, this time she'll kind of cant her head a little and kind of try to orient where this giggle came from. Was it beside her? Was it like behind her through the wall? Was it?
It was to your left, down the sidewalk. Do you take a look?
I will. She'll take a glance over and she'll look really hard because, you never know what's where, and she probably has more belief in the uncanny than she should. So she'll look and she'll actually take a minute and kind of just focus and stare with the idea that maybe that'll help.
Give me a perception alertness.
That looks like Wicked Grove.
Perception alertness was, yep.
Is that cider?
And if insightful helps, I guess it doesn't in this case.
Actually, it will.
Oh, hot diggity. There we go. Ooh, much better again.
It rained recently in the city. The sidewalk is still sort of wet.
The hell were you doing in Vermont?
Yes, I don't know. It's all.
And you look down at the sidewalk, and for a second, you see a face.
What, in the reflected water?
Mm-hmm. Just for a second, and then it's gone.
Is it a human face, or does it look more like the childish way that you'd imagine fairies looking, or?
It looked almost human, but its face was too smooth, too fluid.
Well, then she'll blink and kind of look at it sharply again, and then glance at any closer puddles to see if it happens more than once.
Nope, not yet.
Is there anyone nearby on the sidewalk, or is she fairly to herself?
Let us see. Thank you for that. Fate dice, that was ambiguous. No, there is currently no one.
Well, after a glance around and realizing that she won't sound like a crazy person because there's no one there to hear her, she will call out somewhat tentatively and be like, "Would you like to sit with me?" And pat the bench beside her just to see if anything happens.
No, comes the response. Come play with me.
Does she see the reflection again in correlation with the voice?
Yes, down where you first saw it, by a crosswalk.
She'll glance up and down the street just to make sure her father's truck isn't coming along, and she wouldn't want to ignore it, but if it's fairly close to the shop, she'll kind of hop up and grab her bag and tuck the book under her arm and wander closer because she just can't seem to help herself.
You get to the puddle, and as you get to the puddle, the crosswalk dings to the walking light, and you hear another giggle, but across the street.
Would we be going down the length of the street or like across the street I was on?
Across the street you were on.
Well, if there's no one coming,
Nope, no cars.
she'll again, it's kind of glance around, take a good hard look at the puddle, and then shrug and follow it. As long as she's still within sight of the shop, it shouldn't be too big a deal. Her father will be able to see her.
Mm-hmm.
So why not?
You do know that your father said he would be back in a couple of hours.
And it hasn't been nearly long enough.
Nearly long enough.
Oh. Well, then I have a little time to explore anyways, so
You notice it leads you across the street. And when it leads you across the street, you roll me another perception alertness.
Oh, helps if I push the right button. Nope. Not sure what the difficulty is, but that may very well be nothing.
All right. No, you don't see anything. But you definitely hear the giggle again. This one further, almost diagonal. You notice that you are about to enter Central Park.
Well, as soon as I make that sort of connection, I'll start meandering that way, because it only makes sense, I guess, that if there's some sort of fair folk about, that I mean, they would be in the park, right? So
Mhm.
she'll try to kind of connect the dots on her own and just start purposefully walking to Central Park and, pausing for lights and cars and just go that way.
Mhm. You you enter into Central Park, and you almost feel the shift. Um, where you were surrounded by the city and the lights and cars honking. I mean, you still hear it. You still know the city is out behind you. Um, but where the smells of the city exist, and the gas, the dirt, and everything, you start registering new sensations. The city almost feels like the noise has dampened just a little bit. You're surrounded by trees and growing things, and it smells closer to where you lived. Oh, it smells closer to how it is at your home.
Or she won't fail to miss it, but if anything, would be kind of pleasantly surprised. It's startling, but instead of becoming afraid, she just becomes delighted. Uh, if it's still the same fall as it is out and beyond, she'll probably uh, just take a moment to kind of enjoy the foliage, which probably suddenly seems just that much brighter, and that fall smell that she loses when she comes into the city, and start looking about for puddles.
Give me a perception alertness then. Excellent.
Aha, not bad.
You don't see any puddles, but this time you swear that a branch just moved, and that the shape in the opening of the leaves made a face, and it's smiling at you. And you hear as the autumn wind brushes past your face. Come play with me.
And I assume that the tone remains incredibly playful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then she'll, of course, head over to the tree and lay a hand on the trunk and look up into the branches.
You don't see anything. Not in the branches, anyway. But farther down the path, you hear another giggle.
Well, being the perhaps too, what's the word, whimsical person she is. And she'll recall tales about like will-o-wisps and whatnot and the trouble that causes. But this is Central Park, so the biggest problem's always the muggers. So she'll keep an eye out for any strangers or people in, cliche, creepy mugger clothes. And continue following and have a blast doing it. Very possibly, if there are any fall blooms, she'll pick up fallen flowers or exceptionally bright leaves, especially if they're trees that they don't have back over on the home, and with the intention of taking them home and pressing them, and just keep going.
All right. You go down the path for a little while, followed by giggles, and once you get there, you get to a little tiny pool of water. Um, almost almost a puddle, but there was a depression in the ground, and it let the water stay there.
The dudes who sing chilling down and fucking vibrate. Heads off.
Well, she'll, of course, come and investigate, and
Exactly what the hell that thing is.
very possibly
One thing.
even crouch maybe an arm's reach away
No, if you'd actually seen the Dodo Rex.
and set her arms around her legs and look into the pool.
You look into the pool. You notice right now. Actually, give me a another perception alertness as you crouch down by the pool.
Face a little thinner.
Aha!
Excellent. You notice you've been led into a little, almost natural alcove. There are bushes that surround you and trees that sort of hide you from view.
Is there any sort of she will keep an eye out for fairy rings because she just can't help it. It's a habit of from childhood even. So if there is a ring of toadstools or anything like that, she'll avoid that carefully. But
There is not currently a ring of toadstools.
well then, clearly it's totally fine. And she'll, if anything, just appreciate that there is such a little grove or alcove where it feels like you're not in the city.
The trees are definitely tall enough to hide your view from the buildings, that you're so close to them. So what do you do?
Are you hiding now? She'll look around.
Look around. Roll me perception alertness again. Ooh, that's a good roll.
Yay! I did good.
The wind brushes by your hair again. No, not hiding. Waiting for you to come play with me.
Well, I've come as far as you've led me.
You notice that the pool ripples just a little bit.
She'll give it a moment's thought, and then blink a time or two, and then pull out her little bag, rifle through it, very possibly grab out some sachet or another that she bought with the express purpose of either burning or using to appeal to whatever little spirits or fae folk live around her home, and tuck a sprig of whatever it is behind her ear and reach over and touch the pool.
You touch the pool, and with the cold recent the recent snowstorm that has been centered around the city, you'd expect it to be cold. You'd expect it to be almost freezing. But instead of freezing, it's warm, it's inviting. And when your finger touches it, it ripples out and then back in. And when it ripples back in, you become witness to a face in the water.
If it's directly under her hand, she'll quickly pull her hand out because that just seems rude.
And its eyes open and it looks at you and it smiles. And it goes, "What is your name, child of moon?"
Well, I am Maeve.
Maeve. That is a beautiful name. A beautiful name for a beautiful face.
Do you have a name?
I have many names. I am the ocean, the babbling brook, the stream, the river, the waterfall.
Are you that old? That you are the water?
Water is in all things. It can never be created or destroyed. It exists. There is a cycle. So all water is water.
How about this spoiled?
And she'll shift her position a little bit. Instead of crouching, she'll scoot a little closer and kneel right at the edge of the water. How have I never seen you at my home? It seems strange that you would be somewhere like the city.
You haven't been ready until now.
Ready for what?
Ready to see me. Ready to see others like me. Ready to play with us.
And she'll smile. And what is it we're playing?
Don't know. What game would you like to play?
She actually seems taken aback a bit. I don't really know. I've dreamed and written about playing with fairies so many times. It's hard to think of one game.
Oh, we can't play here.
We can't? It seems very nice here.
No, it's too cramped out there. Too dangerous for people like me. For things like me.
Would you rather play back at home?
Come play with me. And you notice the face fade away. As it fades away, the water around it, it ripples outward and it ripples inward, and then it ripples outward once more, and then it becomes utterly still. And there is a sheen over it, where you can see everything around you in perfect clarity. You can see your face almost as if you are staring into a mirror.
Well, she can't let it go now. She'll again make sure she has all of her things on her arm or under her arm and reach out to touch the water.
What is your current gnosis rating?
Let's see. I think I'm starting her. I'd find it. Her gnosis is 4. And she also has natural channel, so crossing the gauntlet is less difficult.
Mm-hmm. You reach out to touch it. And when you reach out to touch it, you feel a slight pull, as it feels like something is wrapping around your wrist, and then your arm. It moves up to your shoulders. It wraps itself around your torso. You feel a resistance, almost like air pressure, but not really. As you touch it, you realize that you aren't touching a pool anymore. You're touching what looks to be a rather large droplet of water, about the size of a small child, with arms, legs, and the same face. And it's smiling up at you. Now you can play. It goes as it hops and then starts running.
She'll take just time enough to look and try to get an idea of where she is, because of course she does have to come back because she has to go home when Dad gets there, but just not quite going as far as breadcrumbs, but she's certainly going to take a look about and try to mark any landmarks in her mind, and assuming it is a place that she would be able to pick out of the rest of the area.
You look around and the place around you has changed. You don't really hear the city anymore. I mean, you do, but you don't hear cars making noises anymore. You hear whispers in the wind, not just the wind blowing through trees, but muted whispers that you're not necessarily sure are there. You're not necessarily sure what they're saying, if they're saying anything at all. The trees around you look to have sleeping faces. And it all seems mutable. It all seems changed.
To be honest, she kind of, in kind of a childish anticipation or hope kind of way, expected and wanted to see things had changed because, maybe this is the fairylands. But after a moment to do that, especially if there is no longer a puddle or anything nearby that she imagines would help her get home, she'll be that much hastier to give chase to her new little friend.
Mm-hmm. So, do you chase him, or do you just stand and look around for a little while?
It's more of a quick glance around, like, is there a puddle as a landmark? Is there anything there that she imagines might be a way home?
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was saying, it's more of a quick glance around her. Is there anything there that she imagines would be a marker or a way to get home? Like the puddle from before?
Go ahead, give me intelligence survival.
Let's take a quick look.
Nope. Nothing that you can really tell.
In that case, she will take off post haste because her new friend is probably her only way back.
You take off, and he is it is bolting. It's calling out, except when it's calling out now, you're not necessarily, you don't hear words, as it were. You hear the sounds of waves crashing. You hear the sound of dripping water, of a babbling brook, as it seems to be shouting at different things around you. You see a couple of trees blink, and the flash of amber eyes from different trunks of trees. And as you've run, and it passes by two large trees. These trees are bigger than the ones surrounding them. And on these trees sit a group of white birds, of pure white birds, but they look more beautiful than any bird you've ever seen before.
She'll be completely taken with the whole experience. This is everything that she's dreamed about since she was a child, and doubtlessly she's run through the woods home with her siblings and her cousins and her family. So it's not harrowing to have to run through and jump over things and dodge bushes. It really is essentially a game, and it's just becoming more and more amazing by the moment. So she will be completely taken up in a sense of delight as she continues to chase her friend and try to catch up.
You pass by these two trees. When you pass by these two trees, the white birds, the birds that you don't really know what to call, except when you look at them, their very essence, the not that you know what they are. It's almost an instinct that you can tell they embody every aspect, every idea that is or will ever be a dove. And they immediately, as you pass the two trees, explode out of the trees, and you see about 24 of these white birds fly off. And when they fly off, they're flying towards what looks to be a gathering of stones.
Is this the direction she's already headed?
No, it's to your left.
And I'm still hearing the water ahead of me?
We are going to stop for just 1 second for me to.
All right.
Okay.
Don't get cold anymore. Not out here.
We're just going to wait for one more moment. I'm going to run to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back.
All right.
You see this face? You see this judgment? Get used to this.
Been giggling madly.
I'll actually put on the full overlay.
Oh, baby.
Why, is this like double playing back? Who's double playing this back?
What do you mean double playing back?
Oh, no, whoops. This is my I left the YouTube live link open when I joined
That's
this.
just you being special, is what
That's
that
just
sounds
me
like.
being special.
Okay, but guys, Lost in the Dreaming forever. Bye. Good character. Good run. I'm out.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Hello.
Hello.
Whoa. Everybody's here.
Are you even surprised?
Checking the stats.
This is Werewolf, where you call one of us and get a squad.
I was just telling him, okay, guys, good character, Lost in the Dreaming forever. Bye.
We got you, bro.
All right. So, really quickly, for those of us just joining us, you guys are going about your day, however you're doing it, and part of you may, some of you may already be in the Umbra, some of you may be close by the heart of the cairn. Either way, it is the afternoon on a very bright Monday when the spirit wards start going ballistic. What is everybody doing? We're going to start with Bab.
You say the spirit wards are going ballistic.
Yo.
The special wards. Olaf, who was carrying something heavy in Hamid during his daily adventures helping the Stargazer population,
They appreciate it.
immediately drops what he's doing, looks at the nearest Stargazer kin, and says, "Get everybody inside the cabins. Nobody comes out until I come get you." And starts running towards the sound of the guns, as it were.
Hey, Xavier, what are you doing?
He's at his usual place in the northern woods, and as soon as the wards go ballistic, he just steps sideways and starts hell.
All right. All right, Mikhail.
As soon as Mikhail hears feels the spirit wards going crazy, he's going to drop down to a hispo and let out a howl of warning.
All right. Bob, you don't get to roll this. Or actually, what is Lucas doing? I forgot.
Lucas is currently cheating at chess in the chessboards.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, all of a sudden, like several wolves, several of the Garous start going off. Something has set them off. You start hearing howls. You see kinfolk being rushed into shelter.
Ah, wonderful. I will do the exact opposite. I will go into one of the outdoor bathrooms and find myself on the other side.
Okay, roll me that gnosis, sir.
Can I take my time with this?
Yeah, it's the Seb.
I don't care about not getting there very quickly.
All right. So, and finally, what is Emmett doing? The spirit wards have just gone ballistic.
Okay, spirit wards on the Umbra side of things.
Yeah.
Okay. Assault rifle is out. Emmett steps sideways, and he will immediately shift into Krynos in the Umbra as he is making his way over.
That is lovely. I love all of you.
I'm all ready to be sad. Don't worry. I'm ready.
All right.
That's how we lost the cub.
Just like that. It took like
Point blank.
0.5 seconds.
Point blank full auto burst. Let's get it.
All right.
Oh my god.
Activating spare claws.
What is Natalia doing? Since Natalia...
Activating spare claws. No. So what happened?
Okay. You were doing whatever you're doing during the day when all of a sudden, within the sept, these spirit wards start going ballistic.
Yeah. Go up to a lake and swim into it
Mm-hmm.
and cross over.
Are you taking your time, or are you gonna roll to go in?
I'm gonna take my time,
Okay.
and when I finally cross over and by the lakeside, I'm gonna turn into Krynos and activate spare claws.
I love all of you. I love you all. Seriously.
Like everyone's getting their crazy shit ready.
While you were out, shit got real.
I finally get something to kill, possibly.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
We've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and now we get to kill something. If you didn't see it, because behind my monitor, I went ahead and just punched my fist.
Shall I make it a little worse, Robert?
Oh God.
Because I don't know what he's reacting to.
All right. So this is what you guys see.
Oh, okay.
Off in the southeast of the sept, you see about 24 of the sept's dove spirits explode from the trees.
Emmett's going to look up at the dove spirits and just shout, "What do you see?"
Go ahead. Roll me charisma leadership.
Okay. He didn't have enough time to activate persuasion, unfortunately, but that's his specialty probably wouldn't count, which is comforting, but that's like 5.
Yeah. Okay. So, a dove spirit splits off from the bunch, and it comes down. It comes down at you, and it says, "A person walked through the woods. There's a person in the sept, in the Umbra."
Not a member of this sept?
Not a
That's
member
okay.
of the sept. No. She's chasing a water spirit.
She's what, a water spirit?
She's chasing a water spirit.
That's odd. Does she smell of the worm?
We didn't check.
Okay. But she's not actively trying to harm anyone.
I don't know. She's chasing a water spirit.
Alright.
That seems pretty threatening to the water spirit.
All right.
He'll pop the dove spirit a point of gnosis as a thank you.
And it'll fly off. Okay. Now, Emmett got to react. Natalia, you see 24 dove spirits explode from 2 trees.
I mean, do you mean that they explode, or just that they fly up?
They immediately, they energetically exit the branches of these 2 trees.
Okay. Rush in like an Ahrun. Rush in like an Ahrun.
Okay, there we go. Mikhail, you see the same thing if you go into the Umbra or are in the Umbra at this point.
He's still in Hiswell, so he's going to go chase wherever the doves came from, and he's still going to be letting out yelps and howls to let people know there's something going on.
All right. Xavier, same thing.
Spending a point of notice. Speed of thought. Running like hell.
Okay, cool. We'll come back to you really quick. Bob?
Shifting to Krynos, moving to engage.
Are you in the Umbra?
What? Oh, yeah. Like, if the words are going off in that fashion, I will have to get to the Umbra. I know that phrase is a little ambiguous, but he's running towards where the danger is, and if the danger happens to be on the other side, he would have had to do the Tennessee Shuffle, as it were.
You do not see the spirits explode from the trees. However, the spiritual wards are still going off.
Okay.
All right. Lucas, you exit the bathroom or anything, and you see the dove spirits.
Oh, awesome. I'm going to hang out with the dove spirits.
Okay.
I like the dove spirits. Dove spirits like me.
Dove spirits are sort of flying around these two trees, just like as an alert kind of area. So you're heading off there?
Well, yeah, I can't really communicate with them all that well, but they would never steer me wrong, would they?
Mm-hmm. All right. Kachina! Garou Jesus. What, because you guys get to, because everybody else got to see it and then react, Kachina, you see you hear the spiritual wards go off, absolutely going ballistic. Where are you? Are you in the Tellurium, or are you in the Umbra?
I am in the Umbra. I had just returned, not 15 minutes ago, literally, from a trip.
Okay, so
I hid Dr. Mega away and keep him safe, and then I come to find out what's the problem.
All right. Again, you see a whole bunch of dove spirits sort of energetically exit these two trees, and they're flying around the trees like absolutely just going haywire.
I will come down and say, spirits, what is wrong? What has caused the disturbance?
All right. So you are by the tree, and these spirits say again, a girl, she crossed over. She passed the spirit wards. She's chasing a water spirit.
A girl crossed over, past the spirit wards, and is chasing a water spirit.
Yes, she smells like mother. She smells like mother.
She smells like mother. Okay. I will shift down to Lupus by spending rage, and I'm going to use my survival to track down this unknown female scent that is running around.
All right, roll me that intelligence or rattle. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we call him Garou Jesus.
6 successes.
You immediately ping on a scent that you have not smelled before.
I will head towards it as fast as my nose can carry me.
All right, because John had to leave us, and Emmett was already in Krynos. Emmett, you get to the trees. The doves are still going ballistic around the trees, and you get there just in time to see Kachina's lupus form run off in a direction.
I trust in Kachina. Just starts running with Kachina. If he has to shift into lupus, he will to keep up with him.
No, you're good. You can keep up in Krynos. Your legs are pretty. You're a 9-foot tall fuzzy ball of death.
Motherfucking furry Captain Planet. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm. All
X
right.
gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you.
All right. Natalia, you head off towards the trees. Again, spirits, you basically all get there to see the last person that got there, with Bob being the last person. No Rock being the last person.
Bob Loff.
Bob Loff.
Yeah. Natalia would have at least heard Emmett just actually say straight up, I trust in Kachina, as he runs off.
So you guys are in a line, and for all intents and purposes, we're gonna say that you guys group up eventually. Okay?
Works for me.
Wibbly
Tends to be how
wobbly.
wolves range. They'll spread out and then group up and spread out and group up. So
So
You are grouping to go back to Maeve. Maeve.
Who has totally opted to keep chasing the water spirit, but yay!
Yes, she has.
I like this woman's single-mindedness. I think she'll be a fantastic addition to whatever the hell we're calling this thing.
Oh, I completely forgot. You guys do see Lucas. Does Lucas follow? Or is Lucas by the tree?
Lucas is hanging out with the dove spirits, unless directed to otherwise.
Alright. I totally forgot about that. So does anybody want to react to Lucas being by the dove spirits in the Umbra?
I have no idea who Lucas is.
Be careful, Lucas! Stay safe!
Olaf
Wait.
knows he can't control Lucas.
Lucas
Just sort of
does
wave you
what-
off.
Lucas
God
does
damn
what Lucas wants.
So,
Lucas
this,
And if you don't like what Lucas does, then I guess you don't like what Lucas does.
Mm.
so the white silvery Garou golem just goes about in four, just rushing over, rolling up, and just totally overreacting, like, "Oh, we attacked!"
Don't worry, the Glasswalker is too. He's got an assault rifle out.
Lucas is just going to go ahead and point in the direction that all the other wolves, sort of ran into, if anybody, is a little straggler,
Mm-hmm.
while petting one of the dove spirits.
Lucas is essentially doing the Lucas is essentially doing the scarecrow thing.
Yep.
Alright. So you guys are running, you eventually group up, and we are going to Maeve. Maeve, you are chasing this water spirit who is, you can sort of, you're starting to get a sense that it's actually laughing at you. But go ahead, give me a perception alertness as you're running. Alright. I see I see a 6 and an 8. You guys aren't doing anything to detect your or to hide your chasing.
Yeah, I'm a 9-foot tall furry Captain Planet with an AK-47. I've long abandoned subtlety.
Krinos, thy name is Wrecking Ball.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna use a willpower and activate my. What the hell is a gift name when you start shining up?
We're on the Umbra.
Wait,
I'm not
is
caring
this
too
thing?
much about being a wolf running around.
Right.
What giant black
Yeah,
is about to make.
nothing quite says subtlety like a Krynos holding a Kalashnikov.
Hell yeah! Put that on the
Lambent
book.
flame.
With silvery light.
Yeah.
So, okay. Maeve, you hear a group of things running after you. You hear the crunching of twigs and leaves and grass, and it sounds almost like a stampede.
Well, then I guess I should sure as fuck keep up because I don't know what's in these quote fairylands, and I have no idea what could give chase if I don't stay close enough to the thing I'm chasing. So
All
I will
right.
just lengthen my stride as much as I can and keep taking off pell-mell through the woods after this water spirit.
All right.
Smart girl.
Everybody that is chasing or running or doing whatever. So everybody but Lucas right now. Go ahead, roll me stamina athletics.
Okay.
Don't know what the diff was, but there's a 10 and 3 6s.
Mm-hmm. This is basically everybody versus Maeve.
Holy Christ!
Alright, so what am I supposed to be rolling?
You are adding your stamina and your athletics and rolling that. If you do not have athletics, then you are just rolling straight stamina.
I already know I'm not outpacing you guys, but I'll roll anyways to be a sport. Oh hey, that ain't bad.
No!
You're outpacing some of the people.
Alright, so here's the thing. You pretty much outpace everybody but Bab.
Oh, really?
Yup. You have 2 successes, and Maeve has 3.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So, you outpace everybody, or no, everybody outpaces you but Olaf. And you guys,
So are they going to literally be running up around me?
yup,
You.
Essentially. Wait, so what form is this mysterious lady in?
It looks like the
Probably-
picture. She's just this red-headed girl with a ton of freckles and like an herb tucked behind her ear. She's got a little shopping bag that's been tucked up under her arm and a book, and she's just running pell-mell.
Oh my god, she's so adorable. Please
Oh my
don't
god,
eat
she's
her.
not even in a war form. Oh god.
Garou, something is off about this girl.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll start freaking out post-haste.
Something is very off about this girl. She has
Good thing I have sent to the truth form, huh?
her skin seems to have an inner glow to it. An inner glow that looks like moonlight. And when she looks around at you, it looks as though her eyes are shining. As the full moon does.
Don't worry, they
Nice
get
roll.
really, really wide, really, really fast. You can see it super well.
Super well.
A
Go for the
really
couple.
cute, adorable white wolf is now running beside you, kind of like butting you.
How? So
Now the question becomes, how many of you are holding giant guns?
here's the thing. That's the thing.
it's-
I'm going to describe the scene really quick.
Okay, thank you.
There is a wolf that is nudging up beside you. You see something that looks like a gigantic warg, a gigantic, like the wolves of ancient myth. Running behind you, you see next to you a huge, gigantic, the werewolves of your worst nightmare, holding a machine gun. I need you to make me a willpower.
All I'm gonna say is, his specialty would probably still come in effect. So, even though this werewolf is holding a Kalashnikov, he looks very comforting.
Comforting, bro.
The war form is not comforting.
Again, nothing says comforting quite like a Krynos holding a Kalashnikov.
The irony being that she's probably more upset by the guns than the werewolves. She's in the fairylands. It's totally cool. Werewolves exist, but giant guns not so good. Wow. I rolled way too many. What just happened? Hold on.
Yep. So we're going for a reroll.
Titty.
Oh my. You managed just to keep your head straight as these figures roll up on you. But there's something in the back of your mind that says, run, run, these are a threat.
Oh, she is. She's freaking out.
And you go to run. And guys, as she's running, you all see her muzzle lengthening. You start to see her run faster. Her body is bulking up. She looks as though she's about to go in war form until her third and fourth gigantic paw hits the ground and she is bolting. For cinematic effects, she hits the ground in Hispo and books.
I like to call it tearing ass. She does that.
Evan's gonna say,
Tell me she also does a fantastic leap.
like, okay, Weird Moon Chick just went Hispo. Let's get it.
Pack link to Emmett. Stay back. It's her first change. Don't want you all to freak her out.
All right, you got it, Raya. I'll stick right
Tell
behind
the
you.
others. And I'll just keeping pace with her.
Yeah, Emmett will say, all right, guys, we're gonna hang back. Kachina's orders.
All right.
I'm gonna roll rage because she ran.
To go what?
She's rolling
her
rage because she ran.
prey is getting away.
Yeah.
That is why she's rolling rage.
Ah.
She's like, get a finish that way.
Why it gotta be like that, bro?
Why you gotta?
I would attribute that to a
I
red
failed.
There is
I failed
specifically
badly.
a gift that allows you to do that.
You fail. You fail, sir. You fail bad.
Yeah. But it's a rage roll, so good for her.
Yeah. For her. Not necessarily good for Maeve.
Hmm?
Yeah. So wait, I'm sorry. Did Kachina tell us to stay back entirely, like not pursue, or?
I told you what I told you. You can read into it what you want.
This will probably be a question over Packlink. Like, do you want us to stop entirely, or want us to follow behind you?
At least a respectable distance so that she doesn't get freaked out by all of you in war form.
Okay, got it, Raya. As he kind of moves into Hispo, and he kind of just shouts, "Okay, guys, let's stick a fair distance away so that way we don't scare the shit out of the moon lady."
All right. Now, Maeve, you don't necessarily feel this happen. You're running. You're running
At this point, it seems like it's a natural shift. So.
Mm-hmm. Your head is still at the same level as it was, so you don't necessarily feel you don't feel different. You're running, but I need you to go ahead and roll me another willpower. You managed to just keep yourself. You do not enter Fox Frenzy. You are running. In what direction are you running?
Well, the water spirit has been throwing up watery noises, so she's just continuing to pelt after that because this is the only thing that she recognizes as not malicious. So if nothing else, she'll probably try to yell, "This isn't part of the game," and just keep pelting for her friend. And
water spirit anymore.
Well, in that case, she doesn't know where to go, so she's just gonna duck her head and bull on because they're fucking scary.
Okay, there we go. That's where the fate dice come in.
Yeah.
Oh!
When possible, I'll be good and I'll try to get a survival roll, but not quite yet.
Okay, you immediately, for some reason, some instinct comes over you, and you stop and then wait for them to catch up, and then bolt to the right, leaping into the bushes, and as you run, you get to the border of the trees, and you start to see something that you've never seen before.
Oh no.
I want you to picture a city in your mind. I want you to picture the roads and the lights. And now I want you to picture all of that covered in webs, in spider webs. You don't see it looks as if it's a giant nest.
I abruptly decide I don't want to go that way.
It's not that bad.
But they're chasing you.
Can she peel in any particular direction to avoid that?
You could decide to. In what direction are you gonna run?
Just honestly, if I have any sense of which direction home is in, I'm just gonna go on the gut urge to go home where it's safe and just literally just start peeling in that cardinal direction because I'm not sure where else to go because the city looks fucking scary now.
Yup, but you're gonna have to cross into the city to head home.
Well, it's better than werewolves with machine guns. Probably. Maybe.
Maybe.
Ruff, ruff.
Alright,
Well, you don't look as scary now.
you book it into the city and they're on your tail. You guys are around her. This newbie is booking it into the city. Tearing ass.
Literally gonna run until she runs out of run.
In the Umbra or the Tellurian?
We're in the Umbra.
Okay, good. Did we see the water spirit?
Nope. You didn't see the water spirit.
Okay.
The water spirit sort of saw you guys and decided that it didn't want to play this game anymore.
She did probably visibly make the difference of having a goal where she was running to suddenly becoming startled and just kind of looking frantically around and tearing ass. So
Did everyone like back off like far away, Or are they still chasing? Just so I know, because I look back.
What are you guys doing? Are you still chasing?
Natalia's still gonna keep, but she's not gonna go all fours, and she's gonna use the blessing of Chimera to try to turn into to get the Krynos look away and turn more into like this sculptured silvery visage of herself, like this Titan version of herself.
Okay, roll me that gnosis, sir.
I get it.
You're good.
Okay, so I'm going to very gently get a tiny bit of hair, because she's in Hispo, right?
She is in Hispo, yes. And
So just like
right on her.
nuzzle a tiny bit of hair, so I have it in my mouth, and then I'm going to stop and turn around to the people who are chasing. And I'm going to spend 2 rage, and I'm going to shift into Krynos form with a roll. So I haven't done this in a while.
What are you doing?
I just took a tiny bit of her hair, and I'm stopping, I'm turning around, and I'm shifting up with the roll, and I'm spending 2 rage for my actions this turn.
Okay.
So I need to do the roll for shifting, which is Primal Urge and
Stamina.
Stamina. Oh, okay. And I get 2 for being in lupus. What's the difficulty?
6.
6. Oh, I get 1 success. Is that enough?
Yeah, that's enough.
All right.
So you have a little bit of hair in her in your mouth.
Yep, and I'm turning around and I'm facing the people who are chasing, and I'm in Krynos form, and I'm waiting until they approach, and I have my rage actions ready.
Okay, so she's still booking it.
Yep.
Okay. She is booking it into the city, and you are turning around. We're going to switch off to the group, and then we will go back to Maeve really quick.
Alrighty.
All right. So what is the group doing? You notice Kachina go into Krynos.
Natalia's gonna like slow down by like sliding on the ground.
Okay. Mikhail, Olaf, Emmett.
Mikhail's going to be looking in confusion why Kachina stopped, so he's going to start try to do like a back tail to head around to him.
Yeah, rallying on Kachina.
All right.
So my talking action will be, did you not hear my order from Emmett to stay back? As I slowly bring my fist about.
Here it comes.
So, Robert, who's the unfortunate person who happens to be at the front?
Me.
Hold on. So we got Olaf, Mikhail, Eric, and Emmett. Okay.
I think Emmett stayed back, because that's what he said before he left.
I think everyone else had held back except for the one that shifted and kept chasing.
Yeah, Olaf was like at the butt end of the group because of his lovely athletics stamina roll.
That was right before Olaf.
Natalia said, you should stay back, not stop.
Yep, it's Natalia.
All right. So I'm going to land a solid fist in their face, and I guess if I can keep talking while I do this, I say, I don't want to see you when I'm standing next to her.
All right. Roll your strike then.
That I did.
Oh shit. All right.
All right, so that's 5 plus 2. It is not aggravated because I'm not using my claws. I believe in Garou, when you are punching, it's lethal.
Yes, it is.
All right, so that's 4 lethal.
I soak 3. So I step back and just keep backpedaling.
Yep.
And keep backpedaling until I'm like behind the trees from that.
And then if I see that everyone else has gotten the message now, for my second rage action, I'm going to turn back around, back into Lupus, and follow her. The next round, I will be activating Beat of the Heart Drum because I have her fur, and I'm going to keep following her.
Okay, cool. Remind me again what Beat of the Heart Drum does.
It unerringly lets me follow a thing. Let me write. I will get the gifts
You hear
thing right
her
up.
heartbeat.
Yeah.
And it guides you to the target.
All right, so everybody sort of just yeah. Emmett is no longer with us, or he's on /follow, so he will be last in line. It'll be Kachina, and then are you guys staying back in the sept, or is it just Kachina following?
Natalia's gonna give it like 20 seconds, and actually she's gonna wait until she can turn into a beaver spirit. Otherwise she's screwed if she goes into the. So she's gonna try to. Okay, got it. So normal beaver spirit, and then take a roundabout and try to follow Kachina like in shadowy way that she's not in view, because he said that he doesn't want to see her.
Okay.
Not to not follow him.
Olaf, what are you doing?
Going down to Lupus, so let's roll that stamina primal urge. And I'm guessing it's like my base form stamina primal urge, or the form I'm currently in?
Form you are currently in, sir.
Oh, that's awesome. That's lovely. Looking at my sheet because I don't spend a lot of time in Krenos, oddly enough.
It's +3.
Oh, I'm rolling it. Yeah, I probably get to Lupus. I probably do, guys. I'm just
So what's happening now, guys? I'm sorry, I had to jump AFK for a bit.
You walked up. Kachina had stopped. Maeve had booked it into the city. Kachina stops in Krynos form, decks Natalia in the face, saying, "I don't want to see you when I'm next to her."
Is he telling us to back up again?
He's telling you to back the fuck up.
Emmett's like, Kachina Raya, if I may?
He's already gone.
Packlink, yeah.
Packlink. I have a setup with the Weaver Spirits in the area, and they let me know if there's any weird things going on in their turf, at least in the perimeter of the sept.
All right, well, let me know. Yes, go ahead. I have her heartbeat. I am going to keep following her until she runs out of air, and I'm going to try to calm her down and then bring her back.
All right. We're gonna go to Maeve really quick.
Okay.
Just really quick. Let me plug in my laptop. Okay.
Yeah, and as for the heart drum, I can follow her for 3 days.
Does this mean she still has her things in her mouth, or did she drop them when she shifted?
I think everything drops if they're not dedicated.
Yeah.
Actually, if you cross into the Umbra,
gone.
if you cross into the Umbra, don't everything that's not dedicated stay back.
So we were chasing a naked girl?
So while you were chasing her, and when she shifted, she dropped her bag and her book.
Yeah.
Why would you ever whistle into a microphone? Ever.
So bad.
Ow.
I'm not sure if it's like that, but at least when you shift it, that's when they break. At least I don't think you can bring things into the Umbra unless they're dedicated. Or
That
talents
is-
or fetishes.
As far as I know.
I'll have to ask Robert, because I think she managed to pass through with all of her stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, but when she shifted, that's...
Yeah, when she shifted, that would have done it.
Exploding clothes are the best.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, we have a guy who's pretty good at dedicating things.
I watched mine.
Not that good at it.
Yeah.
Some of us are okay, I guess.
Yeah. Michael happens to like Olaf a lot.
Hell, I'll be good at it soon, but in the meantime...
And no offense, OOC, to anybody who might take offense at me being all hostile right now.
No, it's fine.
No.
We all know Andrew's super friendly. It's
I'm
fine.
gonna follow your.
Yeah, in character is not out of character.
Yep.
Yeah, no, we good. We good.
Natalia's gonna
Gina's had
follow
a
your
rough
orders
week.
to the letter.
Yes, I've had a very rough week.
All right, I'm back.
So, by the way, there was a quick question. I know that when she shifted, she would have dropped her stuff. Did it even make it into the Umbra with her, the book and the bag of goods?
Nope.
Aww.
I don't even think the clothes made it.
Yeah,
Oh,
so she's
damn.
running-
I'm
Oh,
glad she
chased
didn't...
around a naked girl.
Well, I'm glad she didn't notice. That would have been awkward.
Well, it does make sense if you like think you're dreaming or something like that.
To a point. But yeah, I still think she would have wigged a little if she'd taken a minute to fucking realize.
All right. So, Maeve, we're gonna go to you really quick, and woman, what we are doing is you are currently running in the city, and
In New York?
Yep. In what you think is New York, it kind of looks weird because there are webs everywhere. And roll me perception alertness really quick.
I don't know if the 6 is good or not, but
Yep.
yay.
That's 3 successes. You see spiders. But where you normally think of spiders as these like insect type things, these are mechanical. And they look made of metal and shards of glass.
Is there any chance that Central Park is ahead and looks less creepy than the rest of it?
No, Central Park is behind you.
Oh, that's right. I've been going straight out, out, out.
Mm-hmm. So they are taking notice of you, ma'am.
I was gonna say, if they're not bothering me, I shouldn't bother them. Just keep running. Oh God, they're looking at me. Oh God, keep running.
Oh God, they are looking.
Nope, I don't like it. Run harder. Run until you're out of running.
Okay, roll me that that lovely stamina athletics. I think it's 3 stamina for Hispo.
Yeah.
And 3
Yes.
stamina for Hispo. Yep.
Yes, 3 stamina for spell.
So be sure to add that in. Okay. All right. So take that 6 off. You get a 9 and a 7. You're able to keep going, but you notice that the spiders are sort of following you.
I decidedly don't like it. How much is there ahead of me, or is there any good direction to change to that puts me back out of the web-covered city?
You can. Let's see.
Or can I try to make a wide circle about to go back the way I came?
Yes, you can. There is a wide street that you know basically hooks back.
Yep, going that way.
Okay. You get into this wide street. Now we're going back to the group. Kachina, you are in Hispo. And
Yeah, I was in Lupus, but I slowly shift up while I'm running just in case.
Yeah, I'll let you do that. You are running in Hispo, and you are following her heartbeat. It is leading you down and then around this big, wide street, big, long. Guys, everybody that is following like 20 paces back. Emmett, as soon as you enter this city, you're in it for all of 10 seconds when a net spider comes scurrying up to you. Hey, you the guy?
Yeah, I'm the guy. What's going on?
You the guy? I got information for the guy.
Sweet. What can you tell me?
There's this glowing wolf that's like running through the city, and I don't know if you're the guy that can do the thing, but there are 2 big ones of us on patrol right now, and I don't know if they're gonna do anything if they find her.
Oh boy. Can you get me an exact location, bud?
Yeah. It's the place.
Emmett will hold out his phone. Here, transmit it to this.
It's gonna poke your phone with a long thing. There. And you get a street address. Just right there.
Sweet. Thank you.
No problem. You're the guy.
Yeah.
So.
You are the location of the cinder address.
Yep.
So you have the location. Kachina, you can follow it. I assume everybody else is going to follow Emmett. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, Emmett's like, yeah, he will say, we may or may not have some spiders on patrol right now, but, well, we don't know what's going to happen if she gets detected. So let's be careful and be ready.
Well, I think Natalia would be like in between, like Kachina and the group with Emmett, like shadowing and being like a couple streets back.
Well, that's probably why you're with the group with Emmett, Olaf, and Mikhail. So they're following back just as far as they need to be.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are following Emmett. You or Kachina, you see Maeve turn left and book down this huge street, and you manage to see a couple of spiders following her. Not necessarily threatening, just like, oh, this is interesting. It's Monday. Nothing good happens on Mondays. So yeah. This is where I'm going to have contested athletics and stamina. Okay?
Sounds good.
Is this just Kachina and Maeve?
Just Kachina and Maeve right now.
Got it.
the first scene where long-running merit would be nice.
We could really use a silent strider right now, guys.
And I'm guessing it's diff 6.
Yeah,
Straight. Yeah.
Yep. 2 versus 4. Katrina, you are caught up in his bow.
Slow down so we can talk. Manipulation, subterfuge. I know. I
That
have
would be
negatives.
charisma leadership.
Or
Oh, charisma leadership? I'll take
Because
it.
manipulation
Yeah.
subterfuge implies that you're lying through your teeth about it.
yeah, you're trying to. I mean, you can do manipulation subterfuge.
No, I'll take charisma leadership. That is way better.
He's trying to convince her that it's a good idea to stop when there are giant spiders. I totally call that manipulation.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes. Leadership, charisma.
Jesus. I don't even know what I'd have to roll, but I'm pretty sure I don't have enough dice to
Do I
contest
add
that.
my pure breed in?
Oh, if we get to add pure breed, I might win.
I don't think she knows. Does she know about pure breed?
Pure breed
Nope.
is purely instinctual, though.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
Yeah.
Yep. She gets access to it even though she doesn't know she has access to it.
So, I mean, it's not going to be a lot of dice for me currently, but I'm just asking.
Go ahead, add your pure breed because this is essentially a.
See that one more dice? Ooh. Currently.
So, what am I rolling to not be convinced?
You are gonna roll your
Rage?
I would probably say, objectively speaking, he said that very well, and he does seem like a trustworthy guy.
He's the least scary of the lot of you, to be fair.
Essentially, what we're going for here is we're going for a stare down. Or face down.
More or less. I mean, we could use those rules. I mean, that makes sense.
We're gonna.
Power or rage?
No, she is going to roll her. Again, she's going to roll her charisma, leadership, and add her pure breed.
Oh boy. This gonna be good.
Maeve, what is your charisma? You have a charisma specialty, yes?
Yes. Let me look and see what it is.
I have charisma specialty charming.
Oh no, I don't because it's only 3.
Okay. No, charming doesn't work.
That's why I'm asking. It's cool.
All right. So roll your charisma, leadership, add your pure breed.
If it'll do the thing when I hit the button. There we go.
Nice. Nice amount of dice, but yeah, unfortunately, it's only 2 successes versus that many.
Way too many.
two successes versus Kachina.
It's 6 because the 2 10s don't count, which would have made it 8.
You,
And I've just noticed my overlay dropped because boo.
it's okay.
It's still 6 versus 2.
Yeah. You manage to. You feel this instinctual, just like
He seems totally trustworthy.
this guy. He's bigger than me. Maybe I should listen to what he says.
Bethany's catching up, has caught up long since. So, when he tells you to stop, maybe it's a good idea. He might bite my face.
The moment you stop and you're looking around, you sort of realize that you're touching the ground on 4 points.
I proceed to freak the fuck out.
Go. Go. Describe you freaking the fuck out.
There'll be a process of, she slows down and pants for a minute, and then kind of blinks and looks down at her 4 paws, and looks up at him like this is his fault, and then looks down at her 4 paws again, and proceeds to do that little dance dogs do when you put something on their feet they don't want to have or something like that. She starts doing something essentially to that equivalent and hopping around like she wants to be back up on her back feet and being like, "What did you do?"
Roll me dexterity athletics.
It's not going to be pretty. Actually, it might be prettier since I'm in Hispo.
Yes, actually. If you hit shoot tap, go to the overlay.
I figured she'd fall on her ass, but maybe not.
Calm
Did
down.
surprisingly well.
You keep your feet as you hop around and like do the little booty shaky thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep your feet, and you are standing in front of Katina, and you are standing on all four paws. Kachina.
Yeah.
The Hispo before you has obvious spiritual heritage.
I figured.
Obvious spiritual heritage. Her fur shines like moonlight.
She's got loon spiritual heritage, like full on.
Like, ooh, she shines like the mom. And not only that, but as you look at her, may I tell everybody your level of Fianna purebreed?
That's 5. Might be.
She hardcore smells
Might
like
be
Travis. She
5.
smells like 2 or 3 of Travis.
I'm outrageously Fianna. I believe the technical term we have developed is Fianna as fuck.
Yeah, no, the only way she could be more Fianna is if she was best friends with Valerius and she had spiritual heritage stag of 5.
Or if she had noble heritage
Yeah.
on top of it, just to make it better.
We're not gonna.
Okay, sorry.
Calm down. And come with me, and I will tell you how to get back into your human form. It is not exactly safe for a new one to be out here. As he looks around.
I say, how close are the giant spiders?
Almost. Almost as if on cue. You say it is not safe. 2 huge spiders the size of sedans drop down, one on either side of you.
I dive under the other wolf. It seems like a good plan. He seems nice. They seem like giant spiders.
I will look up at the giant weaver spiders. And
is Kachina broadcasting this to Emmett?
Yeah, I tell you that they are now here.
Say you're friends with the guy! For the love of God, say you're friends with the guy, Raya! You're friends with the guy and he says they're cool.
I am the caller of the wild of the Sept of the Green, and I am the friend of the guy. And this one I will be taking back to the Sept of the Green. She is one of ours. She meant no disrespect.
The guy?
Yes.
You're friends with the guy?
Yes. And I will do my charisma fun stuff.
Your charisma. Do charisma expression.
Okay, 4, 5.
Charisma
Charisma plus don't watch.
Okay, this many. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 if you count me being charming.
Oh, we don't see your dice.
Oh, fudge, yeah. Right, hold on.
That's okay.
Share screen. Look at me. You can see my dice.
This is getting really outrageous really fast.
Extending into it forever.
Extending into it.
Just look in my face for all eternity.
This screen is an Escher print.
Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna say that your charming does take into effect. So how many successes did you get? All right. The two spiders look at each other. He's friends with the guy. The guy? The guy. And the spider, one of the spiders, looks at you huddling, but she's not the guy. No, she's not the guy. Not the guy. Not the guy. Not the guy. She was here without our permission. Without our permission? Without our permission.
Kachina Raya, tell them that she is also friends with the guy, and the
She
guy
is
very much needs
friends
to.
with the guy and friends with me, and
But
she
you
meant
said-
no offense that she did not have permission. I
Yeah.
sincerely apologize.
You said she was new. Was she new? You said she was new.
She is new.
She's new and she's our friend.
So
Don't be afraid to throw in a little something about her being a little slow.
so she's new.
She does not know all the rules. Yes.
But if she is new, how can she be friends with the guy? You know, the guy.
Because she is newly changed. That does not
Logic
mean
error. Logic error. Destroy.
new. She
Let me
has
know
been
when-
on this earth for many years, but she is newly changed, and it freaked her out. She is still friends with the guy.
Let me know when I can come on in this, Rob.
All right, you guys see what's happening. You see two huge hunter spiders, the size of four-door sedans, and you see Kachina trying to reason with them, and
And I have to go. It sucks.
It's okay. I think the other social monsters got this.
Okay.
I will continue to assume that I'm huddling under you. Don't worry.
So, Robert, if you need it, I have Spirit Heritage, 4 animals, and yeah, I'm a social.
that's okay. Spiders aren't affected by your spirit heritage.
Yeah, I figured. I also get 2 dice for being Caller of the Wild for spirits around the Sept. If you
Yeah,
want
but
to do
we're
that.
outside of the sept.
Yeah, around. Yeah, in the Sept I get 3.
So, all right.
But I'm going. I'm
Okay.
still talking pretty.
I'm still talking pretty. So
Talking
just
so
enough-
pretty.
Just enough for the guys to realize that there's a threat and that they might need Kachina's help, and helping Kachina won't necessarily break his orders.
Okay, let me try something, guys. I'll try to talk to them.
All right.
As
So
the
you walk up.
Emmett, so what Maeve will see, a wolf with similar fur to the one with the Kalashnikov, kind of walks up on all fours, and then promptly turns into a human, just kind of walking up to the two of them with his hands raised, and he's just like, "Hey guys, how's it going?"
Hey, it's the guy. The guy. What do you want, guy?
I came here to help out my buddy over here. She seems to have stepped on a lot of toes. She was running through here. I'm sorry about that, y'all.
She's with you, the guy.
Yeah, I'm coming over here to pick her up.
With the guy.
Hey, I got a tactics book on my phone for you guys to download.
Ooh. But she was here without permission.
This is the apology, and if you guys.
But she is friends with you, who are the guy. And you get the picture of these two spiders who are talking in unison, by the way, sort of stroking their chin and saying, "What does she offer?"
She has a really kick-ass strategy game back at home. I promise you that in the next day, I will get you this strategy game. So that way you will better be able to guard the city. Is
Go
that
ahead.
okay?
Go ahead, roll me that manipulation subterfuge, sir.
Yep.
So while Emmett went over, Natalia's around the corner, still glowing in her spider form.
That is
For
4.
others, it seems like she's clapping the tips of her forearms, like she's really readying up to go to fight these things. Like she's so excited that she finally gets to kill something.
Okay, so you get 4 successes. Let's see. They get
Defender
4
wins.
successes, but you are technically defender, so defender wins.
Beautiful.
They strategy game and tactics book. Strategy game, tactics book.
Yes, I have the tactics book now. The strategy game will be coming tomorrow.
You are the guy.
Yeah. So, are we good now, guys? I'm really sorry again.
We're good, guy. We're good. Thanks for being the guy. The guy.
Hey, it's always lovely to be the guy with you guys. As he presumably kind of just uploads the tactics books to these 2 big ass spiders.
Yup.
Who I guess leave. Then,
by the way, just so Maeve sees this, you see Emmett walk up with his phone in between these 2 big ass spiders, and you see these little glowing tendrils sort of wrap around his phone, and their eyes, all of their eyes, and the sights of their guns that covered in miniguns and turrets, and the sights of these start glowing like headlights.
I really can't get any further under this guy. I'm as far under this guy as I can get. That's
under
all I got.
Kachina or under Emmett?
Yeah, under Kachina.
Okay. Kachina's just like, good job, Emmett.
And they go utterly stiff for like 10 seconds. Assimilation, 10%. Assimilation, 20%. Assimilation, 30%. For about 10 seconds until they're like, assimilation complete.
We are the Borg.
So, and as soon as they're done with the assimilation, you notice they walk up, and they start walking up these buildings and going about their day.
And Maeve will notice this hipster-looking dude with an afro who was holding up this phone.
And a Kalashnikov strapped to his back.
No, he doesn't have that summoned yet. It's not how.
No helping. No helping.
It just
Actually,
kind of.
It would be out because that's kind of how like unless you have like it as a tattoo, as soon as you enter Hamid, it would just be strapped to your back.
Oh, I figured that it would be kind of just a tattoo in Hamid as well, unless I purposefully pulled it out.
Nope.
Okay, then he will drop that.
It's like on a back strap. You're fine.
Yeah, but he'll just kind of he'll hold his hands up and kind of just inch over to Maeve and just kneel down in front of her.
This human who looks like Emmett is trying to talk to you.
He's got his hands raised.
Every form of body language that can express distress is happening at this point. Like, her tail has been firmly tucked, her ears are flat, her hackles are like spiked up. She has no idea what the fuck's going on, and she's got too many legs. It's been a rough day.
I can do charisma empathy if you want, or I can just say it.
Either way works.
I mean, we'll just say it. I'm just going to say, keep in mind, Emmett's got 4 charisma and a specialty in comforting.
Okay.
As he just kind of kneels down in front of Maeve, and he's like, hey, I know you're confused right now, okay? I'm sorry we scared you like that. But we really do want to help you. And we can't help you here. We can only help you back at the park.
I like the park way better.
Yeah, I know. I'll take you back there. You'll be safe.
You go to talk.
She can't talk, can she?
You're gonna talk, and instead of talking, you let out a series of yips and one. But Emmett understands what you're saying.
Yeah.
She just looks distressed all over again. It's a vicious cycle.
Okay, he doesn't quite understand that she's not like.
No, you understand it. She's speaking
okay.
wolf tongue.
Okay. Then he'll just say, "All right, you're probably wondering why I can understand a giant dire wolf. Am I right? You can nod or shake your head."
She'll shake her head because he did just turn into a giant wolf and back again. It kind of just makes magic sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you want to turn back, I assume you do. You
She
want to
nods
change back?
emphatically.
Okay. You know how people move their ears, and it's kind of like a muscle that's kind of isolated that you have to work to get to. Turning back human is a little bit like that. You just have to kind of concentrate and flex that muscle and relax, if you will. Just relax and do it. It'll be fine. You already know how.
Because it is your first time shifting back into Hamid. I want you to roll me wit primal urge.
Does she get +1 because supporter?
Yes.
Woo!
This is to figure out if you can understand what he is talking about. Difficulty is going to be 7 because of your distressed state right now.
I guess I don't get the points for my own supporter.
No.
That'd be pretty shit hot. I'm just
No,
saying.
we've been trying to get that done. We've been trying to do that.
Let me make sure I counted right here. 3.
Yeah,
hey, I do a bang-up job.
Yeah, and you shift straight up into Hamid.
And then Emmett immediately throws her his jacket because she's nude.
Yeah, you are naked as the day you were born.
It's like, put that on. Oh God, put that on.
She probably doesn't actually even have a second to realize it until the coat has been thrown at her, at which point it occurs to her there's a reason there's a coat being thrown at her, and she frantically takes it up and puts it on and closes it like firmly crisscrossed over her chest.
Mm-hmm. What's your appearance rating really quick?
The appearance is only 2.
Yeah, but technically right now, because of your pure breed, it is active at the moment. She is effectively pure breed 7.
Effectively appearance 7.
Like,
Pretty shit.
It's just like he sees God, and then he's like, wait a minute, no menace. Just throws the coat.
Damn, if the Spirit Heritage counted 2, it'd be really intense.
Again, up here, it's fucking 10 or some shit.
Yeah, it'd be appearance 10 at that point. It'd be outrageous.
You'd be appearance... What's your spiritual heritage?
Spirit Heritage is, I think, 3.
I think it's 4, actually.
Is it 4? Did I put it up to 4? Let me check.
Oh, gosh.
It got shuffled a couple times.
Like, even she are like, Jesus, fuck.
If they're associated with loon spirits, yeah.
Spirit Heritage is 4, so 11. My bad.
With loon spirits.
Yep.
And once again, Olaf looks upon the visage of a god.
So Emmett's just gonna he's gonna hold out his hand to Maeve and just say, "Sup? My name's Emmett."
Can I go back to the bookstore now?
Not yet, buddy. Look, there's a lot that you're probably wondering about and a lot of questions. Me and all my friends over there, I'm praying to God all of you shifted down.
Olaf's in lupus, so, I mean, he's an okay-looking wolf.
Okay. If Natalia's in Krynos, she will be shy.
I am in Krynos, but I look like a spider.
She is in glowy spider mode.
Yeah.
Okay, thank God. Okay, so
and she's hiding behind the corner and looking and she's looking really, really disappointed. You have never seen her so disappointed.
Never seen a spider look so disappointed.
I fucking hate this city. Never anything to find here.
Yeah, so Emmett just will go on and say, "Yeah, my name's Emmett. What's your name?"
Maeve?
Maeve.
Full name.
Wait, me say my full name?
No. Maeve, say your full name.
Oh, hold on, let me look up the last name. Would it be the same last name?
Yep.
Oh, so Maeve is it Fion or Fion?
Macfion.
Oh, so Maeve Macfion.
Emmett! Roll me intelligence Garou lore.
Okay,
What diff?
Can the rest of the party hear this?
Yep.
I'm rolling it.
I got 2 9s, 2 8s, and a 6.
Yup.
A 7 and a 6.
Mikhail?
What are we rolling?
Intelligence Garou lore.
Oh, so. Got 4.
Alright. How many successes?
2 over here.
Mikhail, did everybody get at least one success?
I got 1.
Yeah, Emmett's sitting over here with 5. So if you want to give him more, that's fine.
Alright. Whoever got 1 knows that's a name associated with the Fiona. Whoever got 2 knows that's an important name for the Fiona. Anybody who got 3 or above knows that is the last name of the current High King of the Fiona.
Oh, buddy.
Well, it looks as though we have just been chasing about royalty. My wife will love this after she punches me in the face.
Emmett just blinks. Bob has to roll a charisma performance to not look freaked the fuck out.
I was gonna say we're gonna have a reaction as she's looking face to face and getting confused and mildly alarmed by the reactions.
That's only 3. That's only 3 for him to just look like he looks pretty stoic. He's like,
At least he keeps his cool. Other people are not keeping his cool, and this other guy's talking about chasing royalty, and I don't like it.
Go ahead. Roll me perception, empathy.
Yep.
Your perception.
Aha!
Your perception specialty will count.
Natalia's got a low growling yip. Can I come out now?
Yeah, but just come out as you. Everyone just kind of be cool, all right?
And out comes this really, really short. It's like a golem of a girl with a tank top and.
With what?
A tank top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she looks like a golem, and Emmett will just say, "She's friendly. Trust me."
She's actually gonna trying to again. That's a fail.
Because Emmett is trying to lie, and Maeve is trying to perceive the lie. I am calling Maeve the defender. And
Okay.
she's defending. Yeah, because she got 3 successes.
I was gonna say I don't know how high a difficulty it was, but
Yeah, Emmett definitely was knocked off his. He was definitely surprised when he heard that last name. Definite surprise. Possibly a bit of excitement. For what? You're not entirely sure?
no, she's not entirely sure about anything at this point. But everyone looks upset / alarmed / excited.
Emmett looks pretty. Like, he looks just like, oh, damn. Oh, damn.
You can see that column girl is focusing for a minute, and then her visage starts to change from the stone-like to more human-like. As she then comes along and waves excitedly like, "Hi, I'm Natalia.
Hi.
So, I guess you're running into a lot of trouble here."
She'll finally kind of like glance around and sum up her whole day in, I dropped my book.
Yeah, I think it was for the.
I'm sure it's still in the park. And if someone stole it, we're gonna find it. And if they won't give it up, I'm gonna punch them in the dick. So you're gonna get your book back.
What is it with people?
Don't worry about that.
That seems a little extreme.
Don't worry,
Nonsense.
I'll just smooth talk him. It's fine. But look, this isn't the safest place to talk. Can you please come with me?
Are we going back to the park? And she'll
Yes.
she'll finally get up.
Yes, we will be going back to the park.
All right. Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, ST stuff. You are.
Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo.
But,
You guys get back to the park.
Alright, once they're back in the park, Olaf sidles up, not to Maeve. He's trying his best not to freak her out, but Emmett definitely. I don't know how big the wig is in this case, but that is a big wig.
It's fucking massive.
You know what this means? We have to take her to Chase's Raya.
We
If
have
we
to
don't
take her to
Chase's
Chase's.
Raya. Yeah, he will personally punch me in the dick until I die.
You probably would. We gotta go.
Are we going to like back to the Scepter to like Central Park?
Maeve is being taken. Like, unless someone has any like issues with it, like Emmett will be taking Maeve like directly to the set.
All right.
No issues whatsoever. If Maeve would have accepted it, Olaf would have gone up to Hispo and let her personally ride on his back.
Honestly, if he offers, she'd probably accept, because at this point her feet are probably raw from tearing ass barefoot through the woods.
Congratulations, you have a pony.
Natalia's gonna join. Right. So she's gonna ride on the gigantic pony Hispo with Mary, and she's gonna chat up with her. But like, so is your name really that? Because that kind of means you're a princess.
What?
Yeah, you're totally a princess.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god, Natalia, shut up now.
Yeah, actually, in a way, I'm a princess too.
Oh my god.
Like
I'm so done right now.
my grandma was a princess from Russia.
Natalia, do you have any idea what the term dropping bombs means?
And then right under them both, as best he can in Hispo, Olaf just goes.
Natalia lacks tact.
That newsy name. Drops bombs.
So
Just over a pen.
That also seems a little extreme.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Natalia, I swear to God.
Robert, do I get to see them coming back, or are they coming in an entirely different way?
I want Noctis to see, just like, what the fuck, Natalia?
people should know where they're coming from.
Not now. She'll learn it later. But for now,
I don't get why she didn't know it before.
Don't question it. Don't fucking question it. That's what I've learned in the past 6 months.
So while they're all having their inter-chatting whatnot, she is going to alternate between petting the big furry shoulders in front of her because it's something to distract her, and periodically looking around and listening for the water burbling and whatnot. Just because
this is
she periodically just looks all over the place for no reason.
He's such a sweetheart, really, but he's taken, so don't worry about that.
gonna follow the giant Hispo wolf with a few of my Dutch friends.
Yeah,
Looking
Emmett's
at
also
all the riders with them.
Emmett's also just sitting there, like he's walking, still with the Kalashnikov, by the way. Like he's just walking around with this.
Olaf just kind of glances at Emmett. Raya, we seriously need to take her to the other Raya.
Yes, we do. Like I'm like on the way. Just do
When?
you want me to put out the call or should you?
It would probably sound a lot better if you did it.
Okay. Emmett will shift on down to Lupus, so you'll see. Maeve will actually see that this guy shifts again. A lot of the clothes that he's wearing seem to go along with them, very oddly.
Natalia's gonna glance to me. You might want to cover your ears for a little bit.
Also, this wolf is riddled with scars from all manner of different types of
There's a
injuries.
shake bike there as well.
She'll take the advice and cover her ears.
And then he will let out a howl saying, "Chases the storm, Raya! I, Emmett Wilson, Heart of the Sept, Glasswalker Galliard, need your assistance. We've found a first change. She smells like the Fianna, and she shares a last name that you may be interested in."
You hear a returning howl, as well as the echoing of the earth rumbling. "Don't shout, lad. You know where to find me."
Sorry, Raya.
Oh fuck, we made him mad.
It's fine.
The earth rumbles.
The earth literally rumbles.
Yeah, Emma will look over and say, "He's nice."
I was gonna say, white eyes are getting shot at somebody.
He's nice, trust me. Trust me. And for somehow you understand the wolf talking to you as well. This scar-ridden wolf. It's like, he's fine. He's nice. Don't worry about him.
He's really nice, and if we're going to get really technical, he is one of my many in-laws. This should go well.
Yep.
Many in-laws.
I'll explain later.
You're gonna hear a lot of that, Maeve.
Got a lot to learn.
So, do you mind me asking, what's your birthday?
It's on May Day.
What year?
97.
Emmett just pulls out.
97.
She's
Emmett
18.
She's gonna start counting.
Emmett just kind of pulls
so
out his
you are.
dedicated phone and just kind of slide it with his phone with his nose.
He's using a phone as a wolf.
Yep.
Yeah.
She'll just stare openly at this process.
Oddly enough, this is the only one that you have seen so far that has used any kind of technology.
It's more,
Like,
oddly enough, a dog's using a phone.
Sometimes you don't want to take the time to shift. But yeah, as you, oh no, he doesn't have. I figure he has some kind of moon phase calculator on his phone at this point.
Yeah.
You should. I have 2 on my phone in real
so
life.
he'll just kind of find one and just be like, okay. All right.
I'm assuming you did your research.
I did not research the phase of the day. I just chose May Day because it was Beltane, but I can check it out real fast, actually. Boop.
Because otherwise we're going to need to...
Well, I can shift it a little if I need to. Give me one.
Well, here's the thing. She can say that that was her birthday, and that's what she remembers as her birthday, but really her parents just shifted the day over once or twice simply because they wanted to celebrate both days at the same time.
Actually, it is. It's a waning crescent. 29%. I'm just shit hot like that.
All right, so he'll just be like, all right, cool.
Barely there crescent. Jesus.
Emmett just kind of puts his phone away.
Almost Rakabash, which oddly fits the character.
Yay!
Emmett says, all right, guys, let's keep on walking. 2 chases. No, really, 2 chases.
The Olaf Pony Express heads towards Chases at a manageable trot, given that he has passengers.
Lucas is slightly envious.
She actually knows how to ride, so the trot isn't a problem. Haha, growing up on a farm.
If Lucas needs a ride, Emmett will shift up to Hispo and kind of try to make a smile, but it's Hispo, and he'll kind of just motion Lucas to get on too.
He'll continue walking on his 2 feet.
At some point, she's gonna look around and just very quietly go, I know it's a lot of trouble, but it was a very special book. Can somebody get it if I can't go?
Raise
I
his
gotcha.
hand.
Oh, okay.
Where?
What's the book?
Central Park.
Central Park in Central Park or Central Park someplace else?
No, Central Park, New York. Here.
You are currently in Central Park.
That way.
Were you over by the Turtle Pond? Were you over by one of the other streets, chessboards, the shrine? Where are we
I'm
at?
gonna just let Robert sub in for me because out of game I don't know.
All right, you describe a location. Lucas goes ahead and acknowledges the location. And
She can tell him like the streets that she came out of to enter the park and about how far in she went.
Yeah. We'll say you're able to find the book.
Woo! Kinfolk helpful.
You exit the Umbra, you're able to find your bag, her clothes, her book.
Her wallet?
Her wallet, yeah.
Gonna go through the wallet, not take anything, just memorize everything there, put it back. Then
She
return.
has actually, yeah, she has like an ID. She has a photo ID, but she doesn't even have a driver's license yet.
Oh yeah, definitely. But he's just gonna go ahead and commit that to memory, put everything back, walk back to the group, not having taken a thing.
Alright, but they are still in the Umbra, so do you... Because you can't enter the Umbra with non-dedicated items.
Apparently I will be sitting this one out.
Or do you guys exit the Umbra and
I
bring...
assume sooner or later we're gonna exit the Umbra.
We're going to Chase's.
Chases first, and then you exit the Umbra. The kinfolk can wait.
Okay.
It's what
Or
he
you could
does.
put them on our office or something like that. So they're safe.
I was gonna say you can always just take the stuff back to the Sept, yeah, and then rejoin.
Oh, no. I'm going to spend my time. I'm going to actually read the book. It's a very nice book, I assume.
It's a first edition copy of Grimm's Fairy Tales
Ooh,
with
nice.
a lot of random notes taken in it.
I will digest this whole thing.
Lucas, roll me intelligence. Roll me intelligence perception, or alertness intelligence alertness. There we go.
Okay. Let's see. Intelligence. Alertness. Hey, that's a 9.
You start to realize reading this that all of a sudden that the notes written in this are by an World War II or World War I soldier. He's detailing battles in trenches and surviving and hoping if this book is found that his stories are told.
Okay, I'm gonna bust open a notebook and start making my own notes because this just got really interesting.
Cool.
And that's what he's gonna be doing while you guys go ahead and talk to the elder.
All right.
And we're moving. And we're moving.
And
If anyone tries,
Walking.
if anyone tries to make a detour, Emma will say no. We're going to Chase's.
all right.
So I guess we're gonna go for an ice cream, like
No, we're going for Chase's.
tomorrow.
All right. So everybody, you guys get to the Cairn Stone. Because we can't call it the hardest step right now because somebody has that as his deed name.
Wait, what?
Get it?
So,
Technically, it's Heart of the fucking Sept.
Yeah.
whatever. We'll get to the Cairn Stone. And you guys see Chase's in his lupus form. He is curled up, sort of nodding off.
Is he an older character?
Yes, he looks like a much older wolf.
So he's got a little bit of that gray muzzle going on.
Yep.
Okay.
Emmett
Hey,
will,
Chases the Storm, Raya. Guess what we found?
Chases the storm, lifts his head up, and he looks over at Natalia.
She's gonna like gesture her hands around Maya.
Right. So, obviously, this is something that is worth shouting about.
Emmett will just say, I apologize for the interruption, Chases Raya. He'll look at Maeve and just say, do you think you can introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Hold on. Before we do that, why don't we take the poor girl out of the Umbra?
Right, and find her some pants. You got it, Chases Raya.
Right.
I'm hoping it was a long coat that he gave her.
It's long enough to cover the vagine.
Well, don't leave anything to the imagination, bro.
Let's not talk about how she's sitting on Olaf's back right now.
If it's a long enough coat, it's under her.
No menace, no menace, no menace, no menace, no menace, no menace.
Yeah, just riding Olaf, and Olaf's just trying to concentrate on the happy parts of his life. Like that one time Mom made biscuits.
So they'll... are there any interruptions as we all step sideways again?
No. You all can pretty much do it.
Do I know how to do it?
No, that's right. Somebody has to explain to the new one.
Everyone steps sideways. Maeve is left sitting on her ass in the Umbra going, what just happened?
Olaf is with her.
Emmett, at least, he's like, hey, have you ever jumped in a pool?
Well, yeah. Well, pond.
You know the splash that you normally feel right as you hit the surface of the water? And how all that water kind of just rushes at you all at once?
Like the puddle.
Sort of, yeah. Imagine doing that. And just imagine, the normal world. And you focus on that long enough, you'll get there.
All right.
Is there anything reflective nearby or something that she can imagine
Phone.
in the way home just to use as a crutch?
Emma will just hold out his phone because that's what he
Go
normally
ahead,
does.
roll me your intelligence. Your intelligence primal urge. See if you comprehended what he just said.
Okay.
Think of it like a surface tension of water. Don't try to push it. Try to slide into it. Don't break it. Just
merge with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds really dirty.
Says the disembodied voice of Lucas.
Thanks, voice in my head.
You notice Chases has left you to explain to the newbie.
Actually, apparently I do fucking well after comparing it to the puddle.
All right. No, that I wanted you to roll your intelligence primal urge to see if you understood.
Oh, well.
Before you rolled.
Oh, well, that's what I rolled. So apparently I fucking get it.
Okay.
And then what do I roll to actually do it?
Gnosis.
Gnosis.
Just Gnosis?
Yeah.
Come on, laggy laptop. I know you don't like the internet right now. Woo!
Yeah, you got it. That's 4 successes.
Emmett's going to take his time because I don't want to botch and be just stuck.
Yeah, once Maeve is off
Yeah,
of...
she'll climb down and then try it, so...
Yeah, once Maeve is in the Tellurian, Olaf takes his time going down to Lupus, his more comfortable form. Okay, second most behind Hamid. And takes his time going into the Tellurian as well.
Alright. You guys pass. Everybody passes relatively safely into the Tellurian, and waiting for you in the Tellurian is Lupus in Hamid form. Or is Chase's Lupus in Hamid form. Is Chase's the Storm in Hamid form.
Yep. And meanwhile, Emmett's like, for the love of God, get her some pants! Someone get her some pants!
This is it. This is the beginning of the prophecy in Olaf's mind. Chasis has gotten into Hamid just for him. Just for the dick punch to end all dick punches. So like everybody else is like, hey, there's this guy, and then Olaf's brain is just Latin doom chanting.
So what does Chase's look like in Hamid?
You see that picture?
Oh, kind of, yeah. Well, okay. That actually works.
So most likely some kinfolk will. I'm pretty sure we have like stashes just for clothing because we break them all the time.
You could probably walk up to some kinfolk and say, hey, get me a pair of pants.
Well, didn't Austin's character end up grabbing her?
Oh, yeah.
Clothes?
Austin.
It would make sense for him to stay close to Lyrium side towards where he
Lucas,
supposed Chases to be.
Okay.
Yeah, so Lucas has her clothes.
Would it be too much to ask for Lucas just to show up, one hand holding the bag with the clothes, and the other one holding the book, handing them over?
Yeah, you are, we'll say you're right outside where the cairnstone is on the Tellurian side. And before everybody shifts over, Chases a Storm, notices you standing outside, and goes, come on, boy, come in. You're welcome here.
He'll go ahead and take the directive of the Elder.
Natalia's gonna take the clothing from Lucas and hand them over to May because it's still like, how many guys?
Well, that was
4?
pretty.
It's a fucking sausage fest, is what it is.
Yeah, like so.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead and take the bag away from Lucas. Lucas doesn't fight. He just like lets go completely in their legs. Like, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Emmett probably kind of finds a unique thing to kind of look at, completely away.
Thankfully, with the jacket on, it's pretty easy for her to step into her pants and hoist them up, and at least she's covered for the moment. She can put on the shirt and stuff later.
No, it was just the suddenness of taking the bag away from Lucas. That's what he's responding to, not to the
fair
nakedness.
enough.
Natalia doesn't even notice because she is police the weak.
Own that D name.
Actual D name, do it.
All right, so...
Damn. So she at least quickly steps into some pants, and I am still working on researching, but if there is any kind of traditional druidic form of greeting, then she's going to offer that to Chases, because that's how he looks, and that's something that's familiar.
Not really. There's not really a traditional form of greeting.
I think Chases will be looking at her super weirdly.
Well, in that case, then never mind.
Oh, okay. I really wanted it to happen, so Chase would be like, "The fuck you doing?"
So,
oh no.
Natalia's gonna. You're just lucky that you changed in the Umbra, because if you changed here, you would have totally ruined your clothing.
What?
There will be
Yeah,
many
they would.
things that you are taught in the future. For now, I believe we would need you kindly, please, to recite to Chase's Raya, his nose points over toward Chase's Storm, your full name.
And she, again, kind of, she ends up looking funny between them and him a few times, but then she finally steps forward and, as politely as she can, goes, I am Maeve McFionn.
Chases the storm. He pulls he pulls the hood of his cloak off, and you all can see the braided red and silver hair of his 4 dots of pure breed. You can see the faded beard. And he walks up close to you.
At this point, if anything, she looks kind of timid.
No, because you're new. And you're assuring me, all of you, that this is indeed the first time that she has changed.
Right when we found her, she looked like she wasn't even used to the change. That's what led me to believe that.
I keep informing. I don't know how many people have informed that Egypt that he needs to attach kin-fetch spirits to his offspring.
Blink, blink.
Yeah, same thing for Mehmet. The Glasswalkers don't
Yeah.
understand any of these Fianna name drops.
So Emmett and Olaf are just kind of like looking at each other like,
I'm sorry. Like,
He's
Emmett's preparing to
sorry and I
write a
don't like
contrition. Emmett's preparing to write a contrition like he has no idea right now. Like this is the first time he's spoken directly to Chases, I think. Like, it's that bad.
Natalia's gonna whisper like a kinfet is kind of like a messenger that tells you that you need help when you do the first time.
So we'll be needing to contact him. And we may have a guest in the sept very soon. And he comes up, and you notice it's very odd that this human is like sniffing and smelling at you, like a wolf would.
At this point, she's just reached such a acceptance for the completely weird shit that she's surrounded by people who are turning in and out of wolves. The sniffing really doesn't seem that odd by comparison.
Aww.
Or in that perspective.
Oh, so Lucas is weird now? Okay, fine. He'll sulk in the corner.
No, I didn't say
You're
that.
not normal.
It's more that at this point, any one of them could do something wolfish, and she'd probably be like, you know what? That's just the day I've had. Whatever. This is clearly just part of the whole thing. Trying to understand it is way too much work. That's probably just what they do. That seems fine.
Oh.
Now, can someone tell me why nobody took the time to cleanse all of you before you entered the sept?
Blink, blink.
I take the responsibility for that, Raya.
Well, go ahead.
Very well. And he will go on to cleanse everybody. Do you want me to roll for every single person here, or do you want to hand wave it, Robert?
Do a group roll.
You got it.
So if you fuck up on everybody. Dun dun dun.
I figured he knows that he may have fucked that up, so he's going to try again, god damn it. Actually, it depends on the level of the taint. The difficulty.
We're gonna say you got enough.
Okay. And,
Gonna go with seems legit.
Because we didn't fight anything, just walked.
Yeah. So, describe the cleansing really quick.
Okay, the Glasswalker version of the rite of cleansing. Um, Emmett pulls up, strangely, antivirus software on his phone. He kind of turns on an odd light and kind of just scans up and down everybody in the room with it.
I'm good. I didn't walk out the side of the sept. You
Does it
people
anyway.
did.
Does it anyway.
Natalia's gonna say to her again.
Feels
You might,
violated. Feels violently sick.
you might want to
Wait, does he
cover your
actually?
ears again.
Whoa, does he actually?
You scan him, he reacts. Bleh.
Did he? Was that an actual...
You see through the facade.
Okay. Like, Emmett kind of double takes that, and he's like, okay.
Oh,
Yes,
so
he
that
just kinda-
was a lie? Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to make it
So,
joke.
Natalia says you might want to cover your ears just in case again.
Yeah, Emmett just goes down the line doing the same thing. He puts this weird light over everybody. It's very strange. And after that, he'll kind of bow his head very lowly to Chase, and he'll say, "I'm sorry. It should have been my first priority as soon as we walked into the sept. I was blinded by my other objectives. I apologize for my..."
I can understand your excitement. Just remember that, lad. You're fostering now. You can't be making these mistakes.
Yes, Raya.
You, on the other hand, and he looks over at Olaf.
In trouble.
Uh-huh.
Olaf knows he's in trouble. He's been waiting for this for a while.
Once we're done here, you and I are going to have a talk about appropriate ways to contact spirits.
Aye, Raya.
Understood.
Yes, Raya.
All right, lass.
Slowly reaches over during the talks and holds her hands out for the book.
Hands it over.
Comfort blanket. Just holds the book with her arms crossed over her chest.
Now, Chase's Storm reaches in to his pocket and pulls out a little candle. When he pulls out the little candle, he is going to pass his hand over it. When he passes his hand over it, a little spark will escape from his hand, and it will light the wick.
Immediately goes from timid to charmed.
And he holds it out to you. And when he holds it out to you, the smoke that is flowing from the wick wraps around you. And over your head forms the smoky symbol of antlers.
Looks up. Like, looks all over herself and then eventually looks up because I imagine other people will be looking up.
Well, fuck me bloody sideways.
No.
Quiet you.
Whoever said that is probably going to get a quick, like, startled look.
That was me.
No, I think that was an OSA thing to the question I was asking. It was admittedly kind of a dumb question.
Right. So, it seems we are going to perhaps have a guest in the set. Emmett, heart of the Sept. Please inform Morning Gill. Take Natalia with you. Please inform Morning Gill that I will be contacting Bron Macphion of the recent news.
Ron MacPhion.
My uncle. Well, he's a great uncle.
Oh, so he hasn't left you completely in the dark.
Well, I know my family. I know his name. I don't know why people keep calling me a princess, but I know my family.
Ah, well, you see, because he's tried to keep you in the dark, I feel it's my place to inform you that. You are a princess. I don't know necessarily how many steps you are away from the Horned Throne, from the high seat at Tara. But your uncle is the High King of the Fianna.
And she'll proceed to babble about how, she has siblings and cousins and, it's not a big deal. It's fine. There's lots of others. It'll be fine.
You don't understand. To sit in a high seat, you have to be one of us.
Well, if he's one and I'm one, then surely there are others in the family.
There were 6, as far as I know. And now, there are 7.
She'll promptly sit down.
Ah, damn. She's already into politics? Tough.
Olaf
And
is
it's like
distancing
swatting.
himself from Natalia.
And it's like, look up, Natalia, I swear to God.
But he's also paying attention.
I think that burger I ate is not doing too well.
Aw.
Aye. So go on. This one might need a little bit of rest.
Okay.
Chases the storm,
Oh.
Raya, if I may.
Find her a place to sleep. Find her a meal.
Will do, Raya. And Olaf gets up and nods to Maeve. Could you follow me?
Now, Olaf, keep in mind, for your recent cock-up, I'll be expecting you bright and early tomorrow morning. You'll be helping me with the minor wards that this one broke. I understood.
Entirely, Raya. I will be there.
Dismissed.
Hi, Raya. And Olaf not only leads Maeve down to the tree houses, but once they get there, she gets to witness him slow shift back up to Hamid. He does have dedicated clothing, so at least he doesn't show up naked and covered in tattoos. But he goes from that wolf, a nice-looking gray wolf, to a 6'4", 245-pound Viking man with a beard.
Who looks straight out of Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, who looks like, in fact, he is wearing the colors of a motorcycle gang. And he looks at Maeve and says, all right, so you already heard my first name. I'm Olaf Tryggvason. We're going to save the full appropriate titles for when you understand them all. But long story short, I'm kind of a low-ranking person around here. And I'm technically kind of distantly related to Chases the Storm Raya, who you just met by marriage. He's not very happy with me because I did a dumb thing. Now, this is my cabin. It is now your cabin until we can find other suitable living conditions. And he leads her into the cabin. It's got an army cot with some padding on it. and a lot of books. Like a lot of books on a wide range of topics just piled around the place. Now, if you'll just excuse me for a moment, I have to go let the Stargazerkin out of the cabins because they thought other things were happening. Goes door to door.
They're
to
all
let them
worried
know.
about Emmett. All of them. All of them are worried about Emmett.
He gives the Stargazerkin the all clear, and he's actually gone for an additional 5-10 minutes, and he comes back with a brown paper bag. And when he opens the brown paper bag, inside are delicious smelling buns. They smell very strongly of barbecue pork. Okay, so these are a personal favorite of mine. They're called pork buns. The kin around here, real nice, know what I like, tend to have some on hand whenever I need them. I bet you're real hungry, and these are just the ticket to get you feeling right.
She still looks moderately confused, but nods and takes the bag.
Now,
And we'll investigate.
Sorry, go on.
No, just investigate the contents while he's talking.
They're pretty good pork buns, actually. I mean, as far as pork buns go, the meat tastes good. The bun itself is just chewy enough. They're delicious, and given Maeve's recent runabout and her change,
They're gonna get completely inhaled with
Oh, yeah.
not nearly enough appreciation.
He lets it go. She's a princess. Okay, so like I was saying, you'll be staying here. If you need anything at all to make your stay in this cabin more comfortable, I'll show you how to work the heating unit. He points to it is essentially a kerosene heater. And I'll get you whatever you need, extra blankets, more clothes, things like that. The one thing that you've got to promise me right now, please, my life may hang in the balance here, is that you don't leave the sept. So this general area, and I will show you the other areas later that you can go without getting in trouble, but that you don't leave what we call the sept without, how you say, an escort, or several escorts, preferably many escorts. Okay?
Well, what about my dad?
Your dad will be informed quite soon, believe me. In fact, many members of your family are probably about to be informed quite soon. Everyone who needs to know where you are will know where you are. I just need you to promise to me that you will not leave the sept without many escorts.
Okay.
Great! Wonderful! Now, soon enough, we're going to go on lots of adventures learning. Obviously not tomorrow morning, because I will be helping my elder with the minor wards because I did a dumb thing. And he's kind of hacked off at me.
Just a text to Olaf that just says, I'll help her out tomorrow. Don't worry about how he knew that you were saying that.
Don't fucking worry.
That's not creepy.
Don't ask any questions.
Him and Emmett have been working together for a while now.
All right. So, what is everybody else doing at this point?
When they leave, Natalie will go to Chase's.
One at a time, people.
One at a time. Okay, so we're gonna start with Tim, and then go down the line.
Okay. If Chase's is pretty much giving the motion to everyone to get the fuck up out of this hut.
Get the fuck out of the cairnstone right now, because he has to go inform somebody that he does not necessarily like.
Right. So Emmett's gonna take Natalia and be like, okay, we got a morning kill call. And he's gonna drag them on out. And
because Max is not currently available to play morning kill, we'll say that you guys are gonna do that out of character and just message Max or something.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just PM him like as soon as the scene's done.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, did Chases specifically prohibit anybody from seeing Maeve at this point?
No.
Okay, cool. The next stop he'll go with the player if Maeve is down. Scene.
Hell yeah.
So While Emmet is dragging Natalia out, she's gonna like face Chase's like, face it to the storm, Raya. It was a pleasure and an honor to hear your voice, your words of wisdom. And she smiles nicely as she's getting dragged back, step by Emmet.
Mm-hmm.
That's her charisma etiquette, because now she has a dot of it and she's trying to be more ladylike.
All right.
Always worth that one dot.
She needs to hit up Astria.
although the pack is pretty much disbanded, she will try to get Lady Lightning as her personal totem because she loves her.
Did you say that to Chases, or?
She didn't say that, but that's what she'll do. But I'm pretty sure she will come to him at some point when he's not busy.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to say that to Chases in passing, he would basically say, "Why not try to start your own pack?"
I need to find people who will fit in more.
There's a new cub, and
That's what I was thinking. Maybe we will get a pack full of ladies.
Lady Lightning is an honorable totem to follow. Don't forget that.
I will never leave her.
Oh. Just work on your attitude towards kin. And get the feck out of here.
Yeah, that's right. Getting the feck out of here. Come on, child. Let's go. As Emmett's now like, I don't want to piss off the right master, damn it.
That's how that's gonna just wave to Chases as she's getting dragged away.
That obviously was not the anger there was not directed at you. It was directed at somebody who did not attach fucking kin fetch spirits to his grand niece.
Yeah. Like, Natalia completely understands, because if you're from a noble family, and she was, and she didn't have a kin fetch, it's a real bother.
Alright. So after that, we're going to go to Mikhail. What is Mikhail doing?
After carefully memorizing all the names he heard of the Fianna,
Go ahead, tell me that wit's alertness to memorize those names.
Alrighty.
Yeah, you got it. You only needed one success anyway, so you got it.
Okay. Now he's gonna go see the cub because he wants to explain a litany to her.
Damn it, Philodox.
Let's just completely, just railroad.
Let us bum rush the new female cub.
Hey, that's how Emmett did it.
All right. Because this scene has gone on for like nearly 3 hours. What is Olaf doing?
Olaf did his actions?
Yeah, he did his stuff and is otherwise attending to this princess his every need, because she's a princess.
Shell-shocked princess.
And when Brian McPheon inevitably shows up and asks, "Oh, my dear grandniece, how were you treated?" He wants that to be a good story.
And the Glasswalker's like, hereditary monarchies are outdated.
Fuck
Get
it.
shit out of here.
Alright, what is Lucas doing?
Lucas, as soon as he is dismissed, makes himself scarce and leaves the Karen Stone portion of the SEP. In fact, he's going to go ahead and shift over to Lyrium side, if he's not already, walk completely and utterly out of the SEP, go to a local cafe, go to the local bathroom within that cafe and just hurl fucking chunks.
Why?
Bad burger.
Okay. Stressful situation.
Stressful situation, bad burger, and just being purged of all the nasty shit that he eats on a regular basis.
Cool. All right. So you're destroying some poor bathroom that some poor attendant needs to take care of.
Mhm.
If everybody is okay, we are going to end this scene. We thank you, players, for playing. We thank you, watchers, for watching and eventually joining into play. This has been a scene for the living world of darkness. Rage Across New York, the Garou venue, as a very special, very important Fianna cub joins the ranks of the Sept of the Green. Everyone will notice in the Umbra, if they are in the Umbra, a raven spirit leaving the heart of the cairn and heading west, or east, sorry, heading east until it eventually vanishes over the Long Island Sound. All right, everyone, have a good night.